How's it going, everyone? Good evening. It's your friend Tom Moore from the Spyderco Millie PM2 Para 3 Club coming at you live via Facebook and YouTube right now. We're going to do some sharpening. We're going to sharpen this Protech that came in today or a couple days ago. I'm running about 3 days out. So right now I'm sharpening stuff from 1-22. So that's how I figure out who's in which order. So to get on my books, what you do is you mail me your knife. I will write the date that it came in on the box, and I will put it right there on a shelf. And then I will get to it in the order that it came in, and then I will mail it back to you promptly. But yeah, right now we're running about 3 days out, which is pretty good. I like to stay about a week out, but since I've been doing so much live streaming, I've been doing tons of sharpening. So I've been keeping up, but stuff's been coming in fast, which is awesome. So, yeah. Anyway, we're going to sharpen this Protech. This is knife I've been playing with today. It is a Rips Garage Tech Para 3 with M390 scales. I believe this is the older version of Rips Para 3 scales. They weigh more than the current version. This knife weighs 4 ounces, and it's very solid feeling. I think I actually like the heavy version of these scales because I held the new one the other day, got sent in to be sharpened, and I'm like, oh, this feels totally different than mine. Mine just feels more rounded and solid. But I love these scales. This is one of my favorite knives by far. These Rip scales are amazing. They have awesome action. They delete the clip side liner, so this is just a solid piece of titanium, which is like one less part to rattle and get loose and all that shit. So great scales. And Steve will hopefully, but maybe not, but hoping he can make it for a guest on FFIB this weekend. So yeah. Anyway, so we'll find out more about that. So let's sharpen this Protech. It's funny coming from Spyderco and like Spidey boxes all being so simple. That this is like an unboxing experience. Okay, and set this here so I don't lose it. I am drinking the nectar of the gods this evening. I allow myself these once a day or two. Not every day, but I got a 6-pack. Henry Weinhard's root beer. It's the best root beer, and it's only like $6.50 for a 6-pack. And you feel classy because you're drinking from a glass bottle. It's like pretty awesome. So let's get this mounted up. Here's the Mordax. This thing's got an awesome button lock. This is like a fidget phenom. I don't buy a lot of knives, but if I was looking for a knife in this genre of a flipper button locker kind of fun fidget knife, I think I would get this knife. It's really well done. It's better than a smock, I think. Yeah. We're going to sharpen it to a mirror. It's a Magnum cut blade. We got a flat spot. We're going to clamp the flat spot. Tip to heel, parallel to the jaws, right there. Lightly tighten it down. Now we're going to do our pretend sharpening. Our pretend sharpening will show us if we're going to hit anything and what we need to tape and if the angle that we have it clamped at works. So right there, we can see that the stone can go past the edge until right there. And then it goes right there, and then we're going to have a problem. But that's fine. We have a nice big sharpening choil. We have all that space between there and there. We just need to tape up that point because that point could get hit, and it would create a new edge, and it would it would be a serious bummer. I hate when that happens. So it does happen too. So that's why you tape. I have a Shirogorov that I sharpened with a KME. And I was so careful, but I didn't know about taping up shit like this really. And I nicked the ricasso on a Shiro, and it bothers me so much. Because I did it, and I can't. There's several things wrong with that knife that I am responsible for, and I've never even like carried it or cut with it. Okay, so we got that taped off. Now if we pretend we're sharpen, we hit there. We're going to just double layer just for fun. Okay, we're nice and taped off. We are protected on our Protech. Man, that was an awesome joke. And I heard it. That's all that matters. Okay, tighten this down all the way. Man, this is zoomed in. What's cool about my new camera is it zooms in or zooms out. It's an 18 to 45 lens, whatever that means. So I can see everything. It's like a perfect thing. It's on this really sturdy camera arm now. I can zoom into the edge. And because I'm looking at it straight down instead of like at an angle from where I'm sitting with the lights shining in my fucking eyes, and I have 3 lights in my eyes and the overhead light and crap over my head, it's kind of hard to see the edge. But I can look at my monitor screen now and sharpen off of that, which is rad because I can see on there better than if I got even up close here. So let's marker this. I don't know where this angle is going to be at. It's probably going to be higher than we are right now because we're at like 17 degrees. So let's see. What we're sharpening to. Okay. Okay, down. See, we just kind of like hit the very top of the bevel right there. And that means we're too low. We're still hitting the top of the bevel. Still hitting the top of the bevel. Starting to get there. You can kind of see it's starting to come off, but it's not all the way off. So we're going to remarker it. We're getting close, but probably, I don't know, a degree off. Do it again. A little bit down. Right there. Lock it in and see if really is it there. It's kind of moving. Let's do it again. What up, Chase? I think so. Yeah, I think it's factory edge. I don't think they only sharpened it. I didn't test it. I never remember to test knives that come in. I just assume they're actually. This was probably sharp. I'm not probably used. Oh shit! MJ Harrington in the house. What up, dude? What's your cat's name? I like cats. I like cats a lot. It's not even funny. Okay, we went down a little bit more. Okay, so now if I look at the bevel, you can see on the screen, it's pretty much gone. Let's flip the knife over and do it the opposite way. She's been gone here. Oh, that sucks. And I lost 2 of my cats in the last year and a half. I have 1 now, but I had 3. One of them was my buddy. Okay. We are a little bit. A little bit high on this side. We're going to go down. That's pretty money right there. Right? The tip needs a little bit, but it's pretty close. Let's see what angle we're at. Let's see if we can round it off or use this. Zero it. We are at 21 degrees dead on. So 21 degree edge. That's what we're going to go with. Alrighty. We got our tape on there. Check our stop collar. So our stop collar is right there. Stops how far the blade can go up. And we need to swing the blade across the edge and make sure it never goes above the bevel. And it's pretty close, so I'm going to move this up a little bit just so there's feels safer. So stone never gets close to the edge because when that stone goes up on the blade, it leaves scratches. This is nice looking at a monitor screen and seeing what I'm doing. Seeing what the bevel looks like really. Seeing where the marker is instead of a shiny reflection. It's looking pretty good. Let's see. Check for a burr. Got a burr there. Yeah, kind of. Minimal burr. Let's do a couple more passes on this edge. I think we're pretty much apex. Let's just line our scratches up. My cat, Mr. Pease, loves knives. My cat Felicity doesn't really ever get near my knives. It freak me out too much. Yeah, 21. It's not too bad. 21 is about right. I always start at 150 because there's no reason not to. People are like, well, what do you get the scratches out? Well, the 400 gets them out in like 30 seconds. So I always start with my 150. This is a decent edge, but it's not decent enough that I could have started with 400 because the tip I had to profile a bit. So yeah, I always start with 150. It works. I don't start with 80. I used to start with 80 all the time though. I used to start when I did my KME. Every single knife I would sharpen my KME, I started with a 50 grit beast because I had to get the heel out, and I thought the only way to do it. Now I could probably do it with like 100 grit, would be fine. But yeah, I used to always go super low. Now I go to 150 to start, and I feel like it's nothing. But it works quite well. Okay. Looks like we have a little, that's pretty close. Oh, this is handy having this big old monitor in my face. Okay. It's a well-made knife. These are made in the USA, I believe. And I looked this one up just before we started. This knife costs $280 new on Blade HQ right now. I would say it's definitely worth the price. It's very well made. If that's an American-made knife for that price, that's fucking killer. Going for a burr. We got one there. Steel's not quite there yet, though. The tip's got a little bit to go. There we go. We're going to do our pass with the 150. Once it's been apexed on both sides, you just have to do a quick pass to flip the burr to the other side to make sure you're there. Okay, let's look for any disturbances in the sheen. You can see my face up close. I love my 120. Hell yeah, dude. 120 would work pretty well. I want to get because if you go on the Hapstone website, they have other flavors that they don't have on Gritomatic. They have a 600, I want a 600, and they have a 240, and they have a 1000. I kind of want all the in-between ones. Just for fun. Like, I don't need them. I can mirror without them. But it'd be cool to be able to do edges at different grits like that. I could do a 240 grit edge or a 600 grit edge. It'd be rad. But they're $80 a piece, so I talked myself out of that and decided to spend that money on this new awesome gear that I'm really digging. So right now we are shooting this down firing shot with a Canon R50 DSLR camera. It's plugged in via USB-C to my MacBook. And because it's a DSLR camera, it can't charge via USB-C while it's shooting. So I got a dummy battery thing, so it's plugged into the wall, so it's not going to run out of battery on me. And so now I have a permanent thing on this heavy-duty arm that moves with my desk for the most part when I shake it. So this image stays pretty still. I really like it. It zooms in, it zooms out. The picture quality is amazing. This is in 720p, but this is a 4K camera. So when I do recorded content, it's going to look really dope. This is being choked down by the program that we're using right now. But yeah, this is great, and it's very handy. I can see myself on the screen better than I can see on these lights. I usually sharpen in the dark, like not dark, but like natural light coming through the window and no overhead light on, and a ring light in my face. I've gotten so used to having a ring light in my face that I kind of enjoy it, which is weird, staring at a light all day. Okay, now we're going to jump to 400 grit. I went 240 is nice. Yeah, that'd be a good one. I went 140, 120, 240, 400, 600, 1,000, and split grits with den of diamonds, and I still find diamonds work best for certain blades. Split grits with den of diamonds. Yeah, I don't know. They're just good stones. They're good quality. I love them. They make a ton of different grits. They all work. Okay, 400 grit. Yeah, you can feel the burr when you're sharpening it, and that's a good thing. It means it's all good. I felt the burr the whole way down, so we just re-apexed it with the 400 grit stone. Now we're just gonna clean up the scratch pattern because we're gonna mirror this guy. So go forward and then go backwards. Let's get this tip nice and scrubbed up. Chase, did you take a break from Facebook for the holidays or something like that? Are you just getting back on here? I know you've been doing sharpening, but obviously you've been sharpening, which makes me happy. I like when people get into sharpening. That brings me great pleasure is when someone else learns the joy of what I do. I have the best job in the world. Like this does not pay my bills, like at all. But it pays for all my fucking hobbies and dumb shit, and it pays for this camera gear and for me to have this nice sharpener. It pays for itself. But I really enjoy this aspect of the hobby. I enjoy sharpening knives more than I like knives. It's a challenge. It's fun. It's rewarding. You feel like you have a fucking masterful skill. You feel like a ninja. I don't know. You just feel awesome when you can sharpen. Like it's such a powerful tool to have in this hobby is to be able to make the part of the knife that actually does the cutting better on your own, not from the factory, but significantly better than from the factory. It's pretty cool. And it looks nice. It's just, I don't know, it's just a good feeling. You feel like you created something, even though all you're doing is just polishing a piece of steel. It's very rewarding. I love when people get into this hobby. We're on the 800 grit now. You just do one pass on the 800 grit, so it's got to look really good. And if I find anything in this is when I find stuff is 800 grit, and then I have to go back to 400 grit to fix it. But it looks like it were pretty good. Can't really see the sheen on camera is an unfortunate thing. Oh shit, Jordan's here. I did. I did. I love sharpening, and honestly, like you said, I've been spending way more time on that than paying attention to what's late and great currently after some new stuff. Rosie's on the list. I swore that I wasn't going to get a new knife until Blade Show. And what I was going to do is I was going to get a CRK, Chris Reeve, not an Nkasi, but a Sabenza, and put a Spidey hole in it like this. That's like my next big knife purchase is going to be a full custom Sabenza that I can open with a Spidey hole like this. I sharpened this one earlier today. I forgot Vero was coming out with the Lux, so I pre-ordered that today. I wasn't going to order any knives, but I pre-ordered a Lux. And see, 800 is so weird. You literally see this powder drop off. It's just like the burr disappearing. And it leaves a It's like graphite looking powder. It's just steel dust all over the edge. $800. Now we're in polished territory. We're going to 2000 grit. So this is what you can mirror off of. If you're looking to get these stones and you don't need like a crazy mirror, you just want to get a nice polished edge, all you need is the 2000 grit stone. I have the 5000 and 8000 now for this. We're going to take this one to 5 just for fun, but 2000 is nice and polished, and you really can't tell otherwise past that. This looks really nice at 2000 grit, and it's fast. It's very fast to mirror with this stone. I really like this up close view. It's kind of nice. You can actually see what I'm doing instead of the shaky webcam on top of my monitor that moves whenever I get after this thing. There we go. 2000 grit. We're gonna go to 5000. These stones rule. Metallic bonded CBN. This is a solid piece of metal with CBN in it, and it kicks ass. These made me fall in love with sharpening, like again. Like having these stones, to me, it was like when people ask me how I got a mirror, it's usually like, well, what system did you use? And I'm like, well, it doesn't matter what system you use. You can get a mirror with a bunch of systems. The more important part is what kind of stones you use. I never really got that because I was always like, cheap stones, whatever. This takes longer. I spend forever sharpening anyway. Who cares if it just takes a little bit longer? No, good stones just fucking kick ass compared to cheap stones. You get better edges and it happens fast. And they last and they don't get out of flat. Like these are gonna last me a very, very long time. I want that new Bodacious. That is a good looking knife. It's literally like they took a shaman and made it cool. Yeah, it does. Yeah, dude. Good stones are worth the money. They're not really like in the grand scheme of how much money we waste on this hobby doing other things. That's why I feel like I'm trying to get this point across in people's heads of like this is its own hobby. You will fucking love this part of the hobby if you invest in it. So this knife costs $280. For that price, you could buy a half stone RS and one stone, and save a little money. And you have two stones, and you can sharpen anything with two stones and a half stone RS, and it's just a whole different experience. Like you become so much more connected with the knife. It's your knife at that point. I mean, there's nothing wrong with sending a knife in to me to get sharpened. I obviously love it, and I know people have to learn and get comfortable before they do this. But it's just, I don't know. I'm very lucky that I can flex this hobby. Finally have a skill I'm good at. I never really had one, but I finally have a skill, and it's my passion. I don't know. I'm lucky dude to get to do this. finally have a use for my Instagram platform. 1 micron gunny juice drop. It's finally nice to like use my name on Instagram to actually like get business instead of just promote knives for other people, to actually promote something of my own. I have been promoting drops on Instagram, if you didn't know, since 2017. And if you want to know what every freaking Spyderco that comes out is, follow my Instagram. I announce every single drop, usually 2 or 3 times, and I have since 2017. I don't think I've ever missed a new exclusive or sprint run release. So yeah, check it out. Flip it. That's why I always start on one side so I can remember where I'm at. Always start on the same side. Makes it easy to not forget when you flipped or not. So we moved this. We had to change the angle back to 21 degrees so we can polish the bevel. Again, if you were just tuning in and you were watching this on YouTube, if you were watching this on YouTube and you're not in the Facebook group, the Millie Club, get your ass over to Facebook and join the Spyderco Millie PM2 Pair 3 Club. It will change your life. It will change the hobby. It will connect you with a whole new group of awesome people. And you know what? There's no shitty people, because when shitty people come in, guess what? I see every fucking post in the group, because this is my full-time job, is to watch Facebook and sharpen. And I kick out a lot of shitty people. They do get in, but they get kicked out, and it's fun. And we've done that for so long, and we've set such an example of like, if you suck, you don't get to be in the group. That I don't have to do anything anymore, because as soon as someone starts being a turd, I have like a gang of awesome members just attack them, and usually they can shame them out of the group. That is my favorite thing, is when someone's name goes doop, turns color after they've been in an argument. That means they kick themselves out after doing something shitty. So yeah, join the Millie Club. It's just an awesome place. There's not really scammers there like there is in a lot of groups. There's so many scammers that apply to get into Facebook groups. It is crazy. So if you think like groups are unmanaged or whatever, a lot of groups just go approve all requests and they let people in. I would say at least a third of the profiles that apply to be in the Millie Club are Nigerian scammers. And they have fake profiles, and they're pretty well done. And you have to do, like, if someone answers a question with, I found this group from a friend, I know they're probably a scammer, and I have to go dig through their profile. And then you look at things they like, oh, they like the Nigerian TV station. That's probably not a white dude from Kentucky, and stuff like that. So there's a lot of scammers. We do our best to keep them out and police it, keep it a nice, fun environment. It's the best Spyderco buy, sell, trade exchange there is out there. If you're looking for any knife, besides not even Spyderco, if you're looking for any knife, you can find it in the Millie Club. 0.25 microns drop, and then we're going to call it good. But yeah, join the Millie Club. It is just an awesome place. We do our best to keep it positive, keep it fun, and keep the riffraff out. Yes, this is playing live on Facebook right now. The catch is you have to go find the post. I don't know. I didn't pin the post to the top. So it's somewhere floating in the feed is this video playing right now on Facebook. And yeah. Thank you, Mark. It's fun posting drops and letting people know. I've always enjoyed letting people know about drops. I never like keeping stuff to myself, because here's the theory me and Jason operate on. The faster stuff sells out, the more dealers will be confident in ordering more exclusives. So the more people that know about stuff, the better it is for the whole hobby, because then they'll come up with more things. If everything was sitting on the shelf right now, they wouldn't be dropping any exclusives. It would be kind of game over, you know? Let's do this real quick on this side. So yeah, having people know, it's part of the fun. Like a shared experience, like drops, even when drops go crazy bad, like that shared experience, that trauma, it's fun. So yeah, some stuff sells out fast, some stuff doesn't, some stuff sells out in a day now, some stuff sells out in a week. But I like letting people know. I always have. Okay, we got her good and sharpened. Let's do the cut test. Our scientific, this is called Tom's Best Testing paper. It's sharp. It's very sharp. So now we just pull, it's actually for being 21 degrees. We pull through the edge. This is how I make sure everything's good and there's no burlap. So just make sure the whole edge doesn't catch. Uh-oh. Feed just froze up. I wonder if it's still working for YouTube. Anyway, let's get this shined up. We're going to use some gunny glow on it. So hard to get, there we go. So hard to see the edge shine with my lights. But yeah, we got a mirror on a Mordax. There we go. Pretty cool. This knife is dope. It's really nice looking now. So we're going to do Gunny Glow is not like his Gunny. He doesn't have like coffee flavor and tobacco flavor and all that crazy stuff. It doesn't smell like much at all. It almost smells like it's very lightly scented. It's so lightly scented that you don't think it's going to do anything, because it's like, what is this, water with a little spritz of perfume in it. Baller. This is a sweet knife. Very sharp. Got its curly doodles. Anyway, that was sweet. Thank you guys. Thank you for joining me once again. We did the Protech Mordax. We did a pair of 3 earlier for this fella. Yeah, bodacious thoughts. This is a productive day. We're getting used to this camera gear. If you are watching this on Facebook eventually, I'm going to try to I'm trying to figure this out. The program that I use to broadcast to Facebook and YouTube, to do them both at the same time, broadcast in 720p. We currently pay we pay like $240 a year for this program that we use to do this broadcasting, but it's not in high definition. I can pay like $400 a year and get it in 1080p. So I'm trying to figure out if buying better resolution is worth it, or if I just do everything on YouTube. I don't know yet, but we use StreamYard to broadcast to both feeds simultaneously. It works really well. It's just the video quality is not as good as it could be. Anyway, that was awesome. Thanks, guys. Have a good evening. I'm going to get some sleep. Peace out. Bye.